Hey, what's going on, guys? Another cheap knife review, or more affordable knife review. Now, I just did the filming for the review on the Kershaw half ton. All right, now I'm doing this knife back to back with that knife because I want to kind of compare them, and I'll be posting these videos very close within each other. The Kershaw is just an okay knife. It's kind of whatever to me. But for the almost the same exact price tag, this knife excels in so many different ways. Now, both these knives are made in China. Of course, Sanrenmu knives it's not an American company like Kershaw is an American company, even though they do have knives that are manufactured overseas. But they're made in very similar factories. You know, the fact that this knife offers so much more for the money, it's amazing. And these have a huge following, and it's for a good reason. Now, again, this is going to cost you about 15 bucks. You could find these all over the internet. There's a lot of different websites that sell Chinese-made knives. You can find it even cheaper for like 9 or 10 bucks. But if you're going to go with Amazon or eBay, expect about the $15 price range on this. Now, overall, it doesn't have such a, it doesn't have a whole lot of character to me. It's a little squared off and stuff. But it has a lot of advantages as a user knife, okay? It's not necessarily for looks. It's for function. Okay, now the first thing, I'll get some specs out of the way. It is 6.3 inches overall, all right, with a 2.75 inch blade. Our blade is an 8CR13 MOV, exactly the same steel, to the same, I think it's a 57 Rockwell, but the same steel as the Kershaw half ton uses. Our blade profile is a little bit better. Our point is a little bit pointier, about the same belly. It's also a narrower blade than the half ton. But the grinds on here are just crisper. Okay, not only crisper, I was talking about the other one, the half ton having kind of rounded, Chinese looking blades. This definitely has a little bit of a crisper grind to it. And more specifically, I want to point out that there is a blade choil, okay, a distinctive edge where our blade stops. Very clean look. It makes sharpening a lot easier. Okay, this is a simple detail that you usually don't see with cheap knives, but you get it with this knife for 15 bucks. Okay, another complaint I had about the half ton was the thumb stud not being comfortable. The thumb stud on this one is totally fine. Works great, you can open it nice and slow, has nice crisp lockup, also a liner lock. There's no blade play at all in this one, very tight as the half ton was. But it's just a smoother riding blade. The half ton, as much as you kind of play with that pivot area on it, it was just a little bit slow, a little bit. It wasn't gritty at all. It was smooth, but it was just, I don't know. It was a little tight. This glides a little bit more. Okay, and also because of the detent on this, you could flick it out a lot easier. It has a nice crisp sound to it, nice easy lockup. All right, very simple. This also features, even though the pocket clip isn't nearly as cool as the half ton, very simple, slender pocket clip, and as you noticed, it comes to you in a tip-up position, which a lot of people like. But if for some reason you didn't like that, it is swappable, which is very nice. Okay, right hand carry, tip up or tip down. There's a little bit of relief cut out here to get to that thumb stud, which is very functional. Some knives, it's kind of just for looks, but this one, it's very functional. You can feel your finger gliding down that G10 and the slope right onto that thumb stud. Good positioning. I just really like it. The pivot is also a nice clean look. It is presentation side, which means your screw head is on the back. Just a minor detail that I happen to like that other people really can care less about. The texturing on the G10 is, it's very fine. There's not a whole lot of grip here. It does aid a little bit with slippery hands, but not a whole bunch. If you're working out in the rain or something, I'd really hold on to your knife or grab a different knife because it is kind of slick. You see stainless liners on here. They are not milled or drilled or anything like that, just full stainless liners. It is an open frame design. 3 body screws on this, some standoffs, pretty plain, but really, really nice. It actually performs very well. 2.36 ounces as well, so we have a slimmer, lighter knife, all right? It's just, I much prefer this one over the half ton, and that's kind of why I want to review them about the same time. I EDC'd them and used them and tested them at the same time to compare them really head to head. They're both Chinese knives, but for the same price are very, very similar. This one just excels so much. The 704 is definitely the winner by a long shot. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of these models. This particular one, It has a lot of function. Form is just okay. It's just kind of whatever. I get more of a 4-finger grip on this as well. On the half ton, I only got a 3-finger grip. The ergonomics, I think, are a little bit better on the half ton as compared to this one. You know, but I just have more of a grip with this knife. Of course, there's no jimping or anything like that. If that's something you really need in your knives, you're gonna have to find another one. Also, this thumb stud is not ambidextrous, so if you're a lefty, you just want to swap that out. I guess technically it is ambidextrous. It just only has one stud, but you have to remove it and swap it over. It's nice to have the availability, or you know, the option to do that. A lot of single-sided studded knives, they just don't. They're not removable. Cold Steel does that with their thumb studs, where it's kind of a little bit longer on one side and you can't swap it if you're lefty. But anyway, yeah, it's a great deal. It's really hard to you know, to beat this for the price tag. This is the type of knife, and a lot of the other Sanrenmu knives out there, these are the knives you buy your friends. The friends are always bugging you to borrow a knife. You get one of these for them for their birthday or Christmas or whatever. Just get it just because. They're always bugging you to use your knives. This is something that anyone, even if you don't have an appreciation for knives, they can pick up and for the price tag, totally fall in love with it and find out what a good performing knife is for not a whole lot of money. You know, most of us spend, you know, 20 bucks here and there on bullcrap, to be honest. You can get a pretty decent tool for that price. Sometimes, you know, people get caught up in the custom stuff and, you know, talking $500, $600, $700 folders, and they forget that there's pretty badass knives for 15 bucks out there, you know? I have an appreciation for everything sharp, whether it's $1 or $1,000. This is just a good deal. There's no way around it. Awesome, awesome deal. So if you have the opportunity to pick one of these up, or if you just want to add another knife to your collection and you don't have a whole lot of money, you know, saved up, this would be a great option. So that's all. That's my review of the Sanrenmu 704. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome, awesome day, and I will see you soon with some more videos.